All right, folks, welcome to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. It is my pleasure to be back with you for another day. Of course, we have so many things to tell you about. It's been such a tiring day today, boy. We've been out and collecting water and so on. I'm burnt. Yeah. So, yeah, we're not staying too long on the program tonight. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, there are so many things that we have to tell you about on the program, boy. A lot has to do with St. Vincent and the Grenadines again. And there's been another eruption today. Another eruption. We'll talk about that. Okay, we have the Spicemas Corporation Relief Drive for Carnival practitioners in St. Vincent. And the Maurice Bishop International Airport, the Met Office there, has sent out volcanic ashfall advisory. And as well, St. Vincent 6 water funds as volcano keeps erupting. And today was the final day for our water drive. And we'll tell you more about that. Police appeal for compliance when protesting. We'll talk about that. And the U.S. calls for a pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccination over blood clot concerns. The OECS leaders, they are warning against fake GoFundMe account for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And last Soufriere volcano erupts on its 42nd anniversary. The people of Barbados, they are dealing with Ashfall as well. Serious problem for them there. We're going to talk about that too. We got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Coats Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, and of course the Ministry of Health. Folks, when we come back, it's going to be real news in Ololili Lolo. So brace all yourself and think now. We will be back shortly. For those of you who have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please share the program so that other people get to know that we are live. We will be back.
The Small Business Development Fund is committed to providing support for your small business in these challenging times. We've upgraded our loan resources to ensure that your small business continues to thrive. Get business loans up to $40,000 with an unsecured limit of $10,000. Small businesses in agriculture, tourism, fisheries, and agro-processing will receive our unbeatable reduced interest rate of 3%. Get financial assistance for your small business today. Contact us at 459-0773 or via email at info.sbdf@gmail.com. The Small Business Development Fund, a program from the Government of Grenada supporting small business development.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Yeah, that's right. They say they remain committed to meeting their customers' needs. And I'd like to say again, hello to everyone currently on the program. Those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube, we want to say welcome to you as well. And yes, boy, we have a few things to tell you about. For those of you who are just joining us, we would like to say hello to you. First-time viewers, all the time, we have to say hello to you. So thank you for viewing as we continue with tonight's program. The first thing that we have to tell you about, boy, the La Soufriere volcano erupted on Tuesday. Today again, 42 years to the day as it commemorated its own anniversary with another explosive episode. In a brief update posted on its website, the Seismic Research Center, the SRC, of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies in Trinidad reported that the eruption began at about 6:30 a.m. and still continues at the time of this post. Now, they say that we continue to monitor and update accordingly. The SRC said, warning, the volcano is at alert level red. They ask people to not go around and take pictures and so on, just avoid having to do anything close to the red zone. It says, following the latest band of tremor at 1:30 a.m., the long period earthquakes have steadily become more frequent. Audible venting was heard associated with some periods of tremor and long period earthquake activity. It says that the volcano continues to erupt explosively and has now begun to generate pyroclastic density currents, which is very hot, from about 200 degrees Celsius to 700 degrees Celsius. Ground hugging flows of ash and debris. Now, explosions and accompanying ashfall of similar or large magnitude are likely to continue to occur over the next few days, they say, impacting St. Vincent and neighboring islands. Now, the volcano hadn't erupted since 1979, and La Soufriere has a history of deadly eruptions. Records show that in 1902, the volcano erupted for nearly 8 months. You understand? And yeah, it killed quite a bit of people. It claimed in the 1902 eruption, it claimed 1,600 lives. And that's what at a time when early warning systems and evacuation capabilities were not as advanced. All right, so happy birthday, La Soufriere, but go to hell. Now, Spicemas Corporation, the SMC, they say that they are spearheading a relief drive specifically for the Carnival practitioners in St. Vincent who are affected by the volcano eruption on the island. The initiative will be channeled through the Carnival Development Committee, the CDC, in St. Vincent, who will manage the distribute all relief supplies sent to their Carnival practitioners there. To make the relief drive a success, SMC, they are reaching out to all Carnival practitioners on the island of Grenada, Carriacou, and the PT Martinique, and all practitioners of Spicemas Corporation and partners, to give generously to your brothers and sisters in the Carnival industry of St. Vincent. At this time, the immediate needs are, but are not limited to, water and non-perishable food items, toiletries, disinfectants, hand sanitizers, and face masks. Now, contributions can be dropped off at the office of the Spicemas Corporation on or before April 30th, 2021. All right. For all other logistical arrangements or further information, you can call the corporation at 440-0621. So, folks, we have received from the Met Office a volcanic ash fall advisory at 8 p.m. tonight. That was just about an hour and 10 minutes ago. So, informing that as it relates to the La Soufriere volcano in St. Vincent, an ashfall advisory remains in effect for La Soufriere volcano. Now, the volcano currently is undergoing light emissions from its summit. Recent satellite imagery suggests that the ash plume is concentrated near the northeast of Guyana in the tropical Atlantic Ocean. As it relates to the Saharan dust, observation of the Saharan air layer shows that the concentration of dust or haze has reduced significantly within the last 24 hours. However, model guidance of surface dust concentration indicates that there is a medium chance of a resurgence in the dust within the next day. As it relates to the volcanic ash, it is possible that that ash that was released earlier may be reaching the surface of the ocean, and low-level visibility may be reduced. Now, mariners and those of you who are transiting the waters under the emitted ash advisory should exercise extreme caution, they say. There is a low chance or low to medium chance of ash being brought back to the Lesser Antilles and its descendants through atmosphere to be eventually steered by the low-level winds. All right. Now, the Met Office continues to monitor the satellite imagery and analyze forecast winds to determine the likelihood of ash intrusion into Grenada. Nonetheless, the following warnings have been issued, valid for tonight into Wednesday morning. 1. Low potential for ashfall, however, moderate haze may reduce visibility. 2. Persons with respiratory illness should continue to exercise the necessary precautions. 3. Mariners venturing east of the islands are urged to exercise extra caution since volcanic ash or floating volcanic debris may be encountered on the ocean surface. And again, that's an advisory received at 8. Now, leaders, and that's something different now, of the volcano-wrecked St. Vincent said on Tuesday that water is running short as heavy ash contaminates supplies, and They estimated that the Eastern Caribbean island will need hundreds of millions of dollars to recover from the eruption of the La Soufriere volcano. Between 16,000 to 20,000 people have been evacuated from the island's northern region, where the exploding volcano is located, with more than 3,000 of them staying at more than 80 government shelters. Dozens of people stood in lines on Tuesday for water, all right, or to retrieve money sent by friends and family abroad. Among those standing in one crowd was retired police officer Mr. Paul Smart. He said that the volcano caught us with our pants down, and it's very devastating. He said, no water, lots of dust in our home. We thank God we are alive, but we need more help at this moment. And so, folks, they're saying that water is more of the immediate need. You understand? And so that is why you find that Grenada is on this water drive. So many people are doing water drives. And we are doing our own Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation together with WFM Radio and other partners. We are doing this because we understand how dire the situation is. Now, today, we collected thousands of dollars in donations and hundreds of cases of water. Yes? And we have made the necessary arrangements to have the water delivered to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we are going to pack the container tomorrow, God's willing. We wanted to ship out the water today, but we realized if we did that, there are a lot of people who are not going to get the opportunity to give. And so we decided, you know what, let's just hang on for another day. Let's collect more water. And I'm happy to say that we are just a few cases short of our 2,000 target. But by all indications, by tomorrow morning, God's willing, we will be up to the target and probably exceeding the target of 2,000 cases of water. Overwhelming support from the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique towards this water drive, and of course that's where we bad. You understand? When it comes to supporting initiatives like this, that's where Grenadians show up themselves. And so, folks, it's been an interesting 2 days of organizing. We have even extended today. We not just accepted, as you can see on the screen, the water, but we also took dry goods like biscuits, face masks. I think we have almost 2,000 face masks, as well as we have gotten barrels so that persons can store water in those. We've got a lot of other stuff, you know, and all those are contributions from the generous Grenadians, you know, so we want to say thank you. And this is just only one drive. There are other people who are doing other drives and so on, and we would like to urge you to support in whatever way, even if you supported this, that you can continue to support. You've seen this water and you're saying, oh, well, all this water going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but here's what, in a few days, or maybe, they'll need the same supply of water again. You just put yourself in their position. Water is not something that you understand. It's something that you use. And so, yes, it looks like a lot, but they will continue to have that need for water. All right, so we have to say thank you to everyone again who supported this initiative. And so the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be happy for that donation. So we're moving. How are we looking for time? Well, yeah. The next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, the OECS leaders, they are warning against fake GoFundMe accounts for St. Vincent. Would you imagine? Eh? Eh? Now, leaders of the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States say that no GoFundMe account has been authorized by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines government to assist the island as it deals with the impact of the devastation caused by the eruption of the La Soufriere volcano. A communique issued following an emergency summit of the leaders of the 9-member sub-regional group late Monday also urged persons willing to provide assistance to not fall prey to arbitrary accounts being set up claiming to support the ventures or the Vincentian relief efforts. People who were willing to donate were asked to be vigilant and thoroughly vet the entity to which you are intended to donate. I see this guy was anyway, very questionable when it comes to money, asking people to donate money, like seriously. You understand? Y'all, if all you know all your shady characters, if all you know all your shady history, you understand? Then do not go and create this kind of uncertainty over the overall effort. You understand? Give somebody else that initiative to spearhead because you know you have a shady character. And that is important. You understand what I'm saying? Because the last thing you want is to now people start casting doubt over the whole thing. You understand? They don't need that right now. They don't need that right now. Yes, and anyway, lately that talk day. I ain't coming for that tonight. I'm tired. Yeah, understand? If I start that thing, I'm finishing tonight. So let me move on. Oh yeah. So you think it was only Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines that has to deal with ash? Nah, man. The people of of Barbados, just the same. You understand? Just the same. Are dealing with it. Now, the UE Seismic Research Center and the National Emergency Management Organization in St. Vincent have confirmed a large explosion of the volcano. And since January, ash in Barbados, ash, the volcano has dumped a whole set of ash in them people's place.
All carpeting of ash from the erupting La Soufriere volcano in neighboring St. Vincent. No exposed surface was spared, and with the rain that followed the ashfall, the dusty particles soon took on the characteristics of mortar, choking drains and gutterings, as this resident found out.
The guttering is filled with volcanic ash, and now that it is wet, it has blocked the water from leaving the guttering. We saw a wall leaking in the house, and we came outside to see what's going on, and it's so hard. It is so heavy, the guttering is crying out. So be careful and take note of this. Is something you need to check on your house as well.
Grantley Adams International was plastered with ash, requiring a major cleanup before normal operations can resume at the airport. The air quality was at times suffocating, with the ashfall resembling snow at the height of winter. The adverse conditions prompted Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley to caution residents about venturing outdoors, and led to her announcement of a partial lockdown.
Persons who are essential workers should go to work. All businesses that require the environmental assessment and cleanup will require their staff to come in. It is not a bank holiday, but it is not, retail businesses will not be open to the public. I've met with the head of the private sector as well before coming on this call, and spoken also to the General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union. I've not been able to speak to the head of the public service or the head of the National Union of Public Workers yet. That's why I said there's still a lot to be done. But I am saying to you that only government essential public services will open. We've gotten accustomed to this in the past. Those who can work remotely, please work remotely. Those of you, however, who know that you're necessarily involved in cleaning up, in environmental assessment, in any part of the engineering or technical departments of your business, of the government, then you will need to report to duty.
The ash hung high in the atmosphere, blocking much of the sunlight for a normally bright Barbados. This led to the switching of lights at a time when the island would be soaking in the sunshine.
I'm soon going to be 50 years. It is now about 3:40 p.m., 20 minutes to 4 in the afternoon. I have never seen Barbados dark at 20 minutes to 4, no time at all in my life, in my almost 50 years of living. Never, never, never. This is how dark it is in Barbados right now.
The winds took the ash belched out by the Soufriere volcano due east, inundating Barbados. That should be cold comfort for St. Vincent and other neighbors like St. Lucia. As with the continued eruption of the volcano, there is a high probability, the experts say, of the likes of St. Lucia receiving significant ashfall in the days or weeks ahead. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
And speaking of St. Lucia, in the days and weeks ahead, some fishermen, they are blaming the volcanic eruption for low catch in St. Lucia.
Fishermen, particularly those operating in the south of the island, are complaining about a steep drop in their catch. So, what is responsible for the significant decline in the quantity of fish landed in one of the most productive areas for fishing on the island? Exus Clary, with more than 50 years' experience in the fishing profession, has his theory.
Fishing was tough too. You meet the fish, especially in the Sagazam where you meet some dolphin, you'll get one strike and a school just converge and you won't feel nothing again. Even the amber fish, what we call the kawang, had a great impact on them.
Other fishermen are of a similar view. Rolf Fadlin says the activities at the Soufriere volcano in St. Vincent are scaring away the fish.
3 weeks, I'm not taking a fish. So I say to myself, as an experienced fisherman like me, has been going to see over 20 years, no fish, nothing. The fish going to hide in. So I was pretty shocked about that, and then I realized that what's happening in St. Vincent.
Well, how does that compare to the 1979 volcanic eruptions and their impact on fishing?
It's a little mild in a certain way. But again, as I said, that it's very unpredictable.
Compared to 79, we are fortunate, especially this time around, because 79 right here, all underneath our market, we just covered with ash, thick ashes, you know. Yeah, you could gather them, you know, but we get a hint of ashes, you know, nothing like 79.
The activities at the Soufriere volcano are threatening to further disrupt life already upended by the COVID-19 pandemic. The eruptions have impacted air quality, disrupted the limited trade and transportation, threatened the water supply, as well as displaced some 16,000 residents in the north of St. Vincent. Now, the fishermen in the south of St. Lucia are blaming the sharp drop in catch on the Soufriere volcanic eruptions. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News 4.
And coming back here at home, police appeal for compliance when persons are protesting.
Well, we continue to have protest action both from the teachers and from public sector workers, and also we have a protest action from what used to be RBTT Bank in Grandance. A few weeks ago, we were forced to put out a release with the protest that we have noticed where all of the protocols of the COVID-19 and the emergency powers regulation were violated, in that there were no masks, there were no distancing, there was carnival-like atmosphere. And so we appeal to the protesting parties. Well, we continue to have protest action both from the teachers and from public sector workers, and also we have a protest action from what used to be RBTT Bank in Grandance. A few weeks ago, we were forced to put out a release with the protests that we have noticed, where all of the protocols of the COVID-19 and the emergency powers regulation were violated, in that there were no masks, there were no distancing, there was carnival-like atmosphere. And so we appeal to the protesting parties.
All right. Okay, folks, there seems to be an error there, so we'll have to apologize for that and move on. Here's what we're going to do right now. I encourage you to please follow our page. Remember, you can do so by hitting follow. And, of course, once we have updates, you will be getting a notification for those updates. Check out our website, mikeylive.com, for your latest update as well. And this program is also simultaneously broadcast on YouTube. At this point, we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we've got the national report and as well the weather.
The Small Business Development Fund is committed to providing support for your small business in these challenging times. We've upgraded our loan resources to ensure that your small business continues to thrive. Get business loans up to $40,000 with an unsecured limit of $10,000. Small businesses in agriculture, tourism, fisheries, and agro-processing will receive our unbeatable reduced interest rate of 3%. Get financial assistance for your small business today. Contact us at 459-0773 or via email at info.sbdf@gmail.com. The Small Business Development Fund, a program from the Government of Grenada supporting small business development.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines will offer protection against the virus, helping to prevent death and serious illness. But how do they actually work? Like other vaccines, such as the flu shot, COVID-19 vaccines will be given with a needle. This triggers an immune response in the body, which is the body's natural way of defending itself. The vaccine will strengthen your immune system by training it to recognise and fight against the virus that causes COVID-19. Vaccines may contain either killed or weakened versions of the virus that causes the disease, or a small part of the virus, such as a protein. There is no risk that you will get the disease from a vaccine. When your immune system recognises this virus or parts of it in the vaccine as being foreign, it responds by creating memory cells and antibodies that will protect you against future infection or disease. As a result, you'll be less likely to have severe COVID-19 symptoms after a vaccination.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ministry of Health updating guidelines for persons who are fully vaccinated. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, April 13th, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. The Ministry of Health is currently updating the guidelines for people who have been fully vaccinated and are desirous of coming to Grenada, and this will soon be made available to the public. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles says these new guidelines will apply only to people who have been fully vaccinated. A fully vaccinated person is one who has passed the 2-week threshold after receiving the second dose of the vaccine or the WHO-approved single-dose vaccine.
So whatever changes would apply to either persons who are fully vaccinated, and that is, when we say fully vaccinated, we mean at least 2 weeks after you have received your second dose of one of the WHO approved vaccines, or at least 2 weeks after after the approved single dose vaccine. All right. So we have there are several examples of the 2-dose vaccines, such as the AstraZeneca, the Moderna, the Pfizer, and so on. And single-dose vaccine, I believe the only one that we have on the market right now is the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. All right. So a fully vaccinated person is a person who have at least 2 weeks would have passed after they have received their second dose. And of course, so it would be between them and persons who are either unvaccinated or partially vaccinated. So soon the updated guidelines would be released with regards to these two groups.
In Grenada, more than 11,093 people have received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine, and more than 56 have received their second dose. In terms of COVID numbers, the latest information from the Ministry of Health is that Grenada has 2 active cases, all are import related. COVID-19 has forced the Ministry of Education to find other means of allocating funds to support the facilitation of school cleaners throughout the island. Minister for Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information, Honorable Emlyn Pear, says the ministry had to tap into the school feeding budget to facilitate additional cleaners in schools in the last term. Now they will have to seek funds from other areas to ensure the school feeding program does not suffer as a result.
I believe there are persons who are of this impression that there's so much money is available and that we are not affected financially. And so I needed to make that point to help us to understand that we are in a crisis and finances are not readily available as some persons may think. And so it is a fact that Cabinet had to direct the Ministry of Education to use, you used a more fancy word, repurpose, right? I would use the word juggling for everyone to probably understand what you meant by that, meaning that something was budgeted for X within the capital budget and you moved it over for Y because of the situation, the emergency that you have to deal with, right? And so we will have to further repurpose, Linda. We would have to further look within to see where we can take back something and put over there to ensure that the school feeding program never closed down in this school year.
Vincentians woke up to another explosive eruption of the La Soufriere volcano on Tuesday, which is the 42nd anniversary of the 1979 eruption. The La Soufriere volcano has been erupting effusively since December 2020 and explosively from April 9, 2021. Former NADMA coordinator Sylvain McIntyre, who has been deployed to St. Vincent by SEDIMA to assist with evacuation, says the explosive eruption saw a huge plume of ash disperse into the atmosphere.
What is seeming to be different with this one, though, in some cases it is moving faster and in different direction. There's a swirl effect of it that I am seeing from where I am currently. It means, therefore, that the precipitation or the descending of it is likely to be much quicker than the previous ones we've seen. As a matter of fact, within a few minutes of having observed that one, we have been experiencing the dropping of the ash itself. It is a concern because the airport was indicating its intent to open sooner rather than later. Cleanup activities are in progress, and that will affect aviation tremendously.
The dome of the volcano also collapsed after dozens of explosions followed the April 9th explosive eruption, generating what has been described as devastating pyroclastic flows along the eastern and western coast of St. Vincent on Monday.
It continued into yesterday at different areas and different levels. It is too unsafe now for anyone to venture close to give exact measures in which it came through, but there are cases where it is observed close to shorelines, etc. And what has happened is that coincidentally, around this time on its last eruption, is almost a repeat of the activity and the locations where magma and pyroclastic flow went 1979 and the year before. There are similar patterns. The danger related to the eruption, I think it is a cause for concern. I think people out here who don't really understand, I guess this is the reason for the regular updates.
Over 6,000 residents have been evacuated from the red zones, with 4,000 in shelters and more than 2,000 now staying with relatives and friends. McIntyre says the resulting poor air quality is affecting those with respiratory issues.
Generally, people have been advised to wear particular types of masks. Those of us that are expected to move into particular areas have been outfitted with respirators that is expected to withstand gas to a particular level. We are obviously every time guided by the science, the information provided by the experts. We are taking nothing to chance. We continue to trust the expertise and the instruments that have been providing the warning. But I think one of the hold and the frustration is for the people who might be still trapped and for the heavy ashfall on some of the buildings and the crops within those areas that we are not able to do the assessment as yet.
It's expected the volcano will continue to spew ash and smoke for some time. This is the National Report. More news after the break. Welcome back. Minister for Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information, Honorable Emlyn Pay, has placed on record Grenada's interest in participating in a regional UNICEF survey which was carried out last week, and Grenada was not chosen as part of the sample group. The survey looks at willingness of students and teachers to return to the classroom. Countries chosen to participate were Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Minister Pear says upon finding out of the survey, she instructed the Chief Education Officer to speak with UNICEF officials to find out why Grenada was not represented. As it turns out, the reasons were good.
Only this morning, I actually saw the response from UNICEF explaining why Grenada was not included, and it's probably for good reasons, I would say, but we would still want to do the study, and we did express that we understand why we were not included, but we would still like to do the study for our own benefit. And to explain why we were not included, UNICEF explained the countries that were included were the countries who needed support from UNICEF in preparation of all of their written materials and their posters and their distribution of that through the school system. When they checked Grenada's situation, Grenada had already started distributing, our posters were up, so UNICEF did not need to step in locally to assist us. And the second reason, why Grenada was not included is the fact that when they checked all of the Caribbean countries, Grenada was one of those that already had its protocols established. Principals were already briefed, and students and stakeholders were already briefed and engaged in the development of special protocols for schools. When they examined Grenada's protocol, there was no need to provide assistance. So that survey was conducted among the member states where UNICEF had to step in and provide support to the ministries of education.
Even so, the education minister made a request to UNICEF for the survey to be conducted here. She says it will be beneficial to Grenada.
Even if we probably will advance in stage of implementation, we still would like to have that survey done, and so we await the response of UNICEF as to whether the instrument would be made available to Grenada.
And finally in the news, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association has joined with other organizations and individuals who have answered the call for assistance to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines who continue to face the threat of eruption from the La Soufriere volcano. Since the eruption of the volcano on April 9th, the island has been covered with ash and is now dealing with pyroclastic flow. As a result of this, many people have been displaced and are in need of basic supplies, the most important being water. Chairman Leo Cato says through the National Disaster Management Agency, the GCNA will donate 340 cases of water to St. Vincent.
The water contribution came basically from the staff and management of the GCNA, farmers, and the board of directors. And as chair of the board, I am happy that our farmers and our staff could respond to a sister isle that has its own challenges. We have had ours, and they did come to our rescue. And it's only a blessing on our part today to be able to make our own contribution to SVG.
Cato says more assistance is forthcoming for the people of St. Vincent.
There are farmers who are still bringing water and contribution together. But knowing the urgency in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have decided that we are going to ship those 340 cases of water in the first instance. And when others come in, we will make the other donation in the very, very near future. So I'm delighted to make that donation to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on behalf of the nutmeg farmers and staff of the GCNA.
That brings us to the end of the National Report for Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne, and the rest of the GIS news team. And now for a look at the weather. Now we see that the weather is generally fair and hazy, and any shower should be light and brief. We can expect some moderate haze. Tonight's minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open water. There's a warning. A marine advisory remains in effect. And that's the Med Office's report on the weather. And of course, we would like to say hello to a few people who are currently on the program. Angel and Chemo, Colvin, Harry. Hey Colvin, what's happening, bro? Let me see who else is there. Mom and Lintona and Kathy, Sylvia. Okay, who else is there? Let me see. Ezran, Rolanda, Zaka, Adonna, Celine, and Raven. How are you doing tonight? And Vicky, Angel, Adonna, and Chemo. I say Chemo. Cassie and Avril. Thanks for watching. And everyone else, those of you who are there are not saying anything, the silent viewer, April, hello to you as well. And Osric, hello to you. Thanks for watching too. All right, Sam and then Ala Sam, and then Kirin and Shireen and Eunice. Thanks for watching. Know everyone else. Cynthia again, and your family. Hello to you guys. All right, Spice Girl, I see that you're there as well. Thank you for watching. And Shireen and dear Linton, I'll see you again. All right, so take care of yourselves, all right, guys. And Rolanda and the team, blessings. All the best. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, ja! No, take care.